Hi, so today in this video we will talk about why we don't process our emotions. Processing our emotions are difficult as we were never taught in our school years how to process difficult emotions. A lot of us were not taught at home also how to manage difficult emotions. Whenever we will have difficult times, a lot of times we were told that, oh, you don't need to cry, you don't need to be upset. So we were told what to do, but we were not told why to do and what are the other alternatives. We were not even told how to process and why to process our emotions. Our brain don't like difficult emotions, so it's try to avoid it. So we don't take chances in our life. So what I meant that we don't like difficult emotions. We don't like painful emotions. We don't like emotions that are difficult to manage. We like to be more in a comfortable environment, in a comfortable situation. We like to have kind of comfortable, happy emotions. So, because our brain does not like change, it does not like difficult emotion. So, what it does, it tries its best for us not to have painful emotions. But whenever we take a chance, whenever we do something different, whenever we like to progress in our career or in our other aspect of life, change is difficult and we might come across a lot of obstacles, we might fail. But because our brain does not like difficult emotions, so it's try to avoid it, and that's why we don't like to take chances. We don't like to take calculated chances or calculated risk because we are worried about painful emotions, because we also don't know how to manage or how to process these emotions. If negative emotion comes, then we try to push it away, to get rid of it too quickly without processing it. The problem is that you are not accepting emotions but rather pushing it away and trying to solve it too quickly. It's okay to solve difficult emotions, difficult feelings, but we first need to accept things first before we go to the next step. Sometimes we try to distract our painful emotions. Whenever we have some painful emotions, whenever we feel sad, angry, anxious, upset, or restless, or things that we don't like, or situation we don't like, or the talk we have some people that we don't like and we don't want to do it, so we try to distract ourselves. It's okay to distract ourselves for a short period of time as long as we are coming back to the problem and we are fixing or we are trying to problem solve. But what happens sometimes, we try to distract ourselves by doing things like watching TV too much, to be on social media, to play video games. So it's okay to do all these things as long as we are not doing it excessively and as long as we are planning to do it and we are not doing it to distract ourselves. Sometimes what happens, we suppressed our emotions or our feelings by using drugs or drinking too much alcohol, because we need to numb our feeling, we need to suppress our feeling because we just don't like our painful feeling, we don't want to face those painful feelings. And sometimes we just don't know how to manage it, so we get really upset and explode in anger. And sometimes we just don't know why we are feeling what we are feeling and how to process it, so we are very confused. And sometimes we want to replace the emotions and our thought with happy emotions by doing things that are not helping us in the long run. It's always okay to, change our thinking, but first we need to accept that and then we need to work on our emotions and our thinking. But sometimes what happens is we do things that are not good in the long run, like drinking, eating too much, working too much also. Also, it's not easy to accept our emotions, like accepting it, staying with them, observing our emotions or our thought, um, and then do problem solving. So it needs practice. It's not an easy thing to do. But before we do anything, before we problem solve, we need to first accept uh, where we are, our emotions, our thought, our situation. And sometimes it's not easy to do that. We are being taught by our culture, by the media, by the world, and even while growing up, that we should always be happy, and which unfortunately is not correct. Most of our thoughts are negative, and negative thoughts will cause some negative emotions. So, life is a combination of happy and sad feelings, positive, negative feelings. But if we always try to be happy all the time, what we are doing, we are avoiding painful emotions, suppressing it, getting upset rather than facing these emotions. So it's a learning thing we need to do. There is no harm then when we have negative emotions. It's okay to have negative emotions, negative thoughts. We just need to learn how to manage those thoughts. So next time when you are having these negative thoughts, negative feeling, first of all, don't get upset at all yourself. Don't get upset with your emotions or with your thought. Just be in that mindful mode. Be present. Accept how things are, and then do more uh, processing of your emotions or your thoughts. Thanks for watching.